Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Steelers going up against the Browns. So, for the call of this Week 11 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Roethlisberger now to throw. He rifles one that's it. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Joe Hayden is a complete cornerback. He tackles, he covers, and does everything with incredible speed.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger trying to get it to Wheaton, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, here to Coates. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught at the 25. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll give the Steelers a first down. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And as a defender, if you go with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
After the interception, here's Griffin. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now Griffin down around his goal line. And he comes back with one complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They send Rivera, the tight end, in motion here. 3rd and 2. Now Griffin gets it to Gordon. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, 89 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And an electric scamper there from the 2nd-round pick in 2013 out of Michigan State.
And how about the way he's remade his body in the NFL? You remember him back at Michigan State? Big, thick, bruising runner. Yeah, he had some speed, he had some agility, but now he's slimmed down and he's gotten even quicker, which has led to more runs like the one we just saw there.
Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And they're going to have a third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Cleveland first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end that time, Michael Rivera. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. That's complete. It's Gordon. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that stretches the lead to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but Felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? That drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fit under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now Griffin on 2nd down, going for it all. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Murray's kick is up and good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
On the return, here's Justin Gilbert. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They go play it. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Bryant with a catch right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. That goes for a gain of 31. RG3 outside of the pocket. You know that's where he can be really dangerous with the feet or here the arm.
And that scares defenses in a big way because his ability to break ranks and still make big throws or, as you suggested, take off and go. How do you defend that when he's on his game?
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Griffin gets it to Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st down, Griffin. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it's good enough for a Cleveland 1st down. Red zone opportunity. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And they'll run it here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On 2nd down, here's Griffin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. That time they were looking for the former Auburn Tiger, Ricardo Lewis. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. That's caught at the 2. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Griffin keeps it.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are pouring it on.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. More from Cleveland after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Roethlisberger, Wheaton with a catch right side. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, at least they won't take a goose egg into intermission as they do carve out 3 points here in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Yeah, it hasn't really been the greatest of first halves. They've looked out of sync, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But a field goal here at least gives them some momentum as we tick down toward halftime.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, Griffin. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Now a handoff here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come up in an offset eye. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah, the rookie from Oklahoma State, coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries it for a loss of 10 or 11. Fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take it. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. The first down carry here for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They give it to the first man through. It's Felton. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Easy, Stu.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Bell. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Danny Shelton coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They go play action now. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Browns' new signing from the Jets, Demario Davis. In there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. This is Archer. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. It's a 69-yard punt. 69 yards. Wow. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They go to Johnson again. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
Here's Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. 23 yards on the play. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And the back goes into motion. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Griffin. Complete. The tight end Rivera. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack. Yeah,
when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Really good, solid run right there. And they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options. And also, it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Strong right. Hey, I got number 80.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
On first down, Griffin. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? There's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different from driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? So that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 3rd down, Griffin. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other... half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And now here's a carry heading left. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now Cook. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Here we go.
Throwing, Cook. He sets to fire deep. Trying to get it to Wheaton, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's out of bounds, able to get it up right near the 25 to the 24. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now Griffin on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Once again, Griffin. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it'll be 4th down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Another pistol look here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. It's a pickup of 14 there, and the Steelers are going to have a 1st down. They come up in an offset eye. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Now on 3rd and long, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd down following the run. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Well, you always hate to lose, obviously, but a division loss stings just a touch more for many reasons.
That's because you have too much familiarity. It's almost like battling your brother or your neighborhood rival. You know them so well, and they get to lord it over you just a little bit longer.
And there's only a select amount of teams in the divisions. There's only 4, and so when you go back and forth so often, there is that familiarity. It just makes it hurt, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and when you're thinking long range and you're thinking playoffs, winning your division is the way to get to the playoffs.
So for the Browns, their playoff chances...